Love the energy. Love the energy up in here. Amazing. Those of you that's your first time here, you're probably thinking, this is the guy that's running the place. I promise you, don't judge a book by its cover. I know how to run this deal. I promise you. Let me get into my 4 tips and I'll get you out of here. First thing, here's what it's going to take to be great this month. Sacrifice. Sacrifice what? Time. You know, I know there's all different age groups, but I'm telling you right now, like Friday nights, if it's game time Saturday, you can't be all partying and hungover and drinking and all that stuff, not for the month of March. That's why we had all the weekends off and stuff in the month of February. So you guys got to believe in the sacrifice that'll take you to paradise. And it sounds corny and cliche, but it's truth. Sacrifice creates opportunity. Like sacrifice, there's no way to create opportunity for people without somebody sacrificing. This morning I came in here, did the MJ meeting, flew down to Perry High School, spoke to a group of kids in a youth program. Whoop! Thank you, my man Sam drove me. I was out, in, back, flying in here to spend time with you, sacrificing on comfort, sacrificing money, sacrificing time, sacrificing to give other people opportunity. Sometimes people only see the outcome of something. They don't see the amount of effort and input that it takes in order to get a person there. So whether it's your marriage, your relationships, your health, or this business, it's going to take a level of sacrifice to create the opportunity. The difference is typically you have to continue to keep sacrificing at the same levels or more to maintain, whether it's your physical fitness or your family. In this business, if you do it the right way up front, you won't have to grind like that in the future. So understand this month is a month of deposits. Believe in the sacrifice that'll take you and your family to paradise. Sacrificing those emotions that are going to tell you you want to give up. Most people want to give up during that process. So make sure you guys aren't giving up during the process. Second thing is thinking bigger. Like there wouldn't have been a Goliath, like there wouldn't have been a David if there wasn't a Goliath. You understand what I'm saying? Like some of you guys have $50,000 months plan, $100,000 months plan, $60,000 months plan. If you're not thinking big enough, it's going to be very difficult for somebody to fill you up with or bless you with whatever your beliefs are. Like I've went over this before, 33.8 ounces in this sucker. I can't pour 50 ounces in here because there's only 33.8 that can fit in there. Your capacity to think is going to be what you could fill yourself up with. Like what are your expectations this month? If you're only thinking about 20, it's going to be hard to fill up more than 20. Welcome back. I see you, sister. Back from Philly. If you got 100, you could fit 100,000 in there. If you got 50, you could fit 50,000 in there. Make sure that your capacity is big enough to be filled up and you're not capping yourself out with small thinking. Couple tips on this stuff. When you're out in the car, it could get lonely. Try to keep positive things, just like an athlete stays hydrated. You have to keep positive things in your tape deck, okay? Like that Bluetooth playing. Something positive to fill you up because we're in a business and in a life of rejection. Like life is rejection. Life, the way you win is just keep failing. You ain't good at something in the beginning. You keep failing, fail a little bit less, and then you win. Baseball, you're 1 out of 3. This business, 1 out of 3 will take you to the Hall of Fame. That means 2 out of 3, you're getting a no. Over time, over 100 carries, that's 66, 67 times you're getting a no. Running back, 66, 67 times, I got 1 yard, 2 yards, 0 yards. But it's those 33 times that you break 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards. If every time you get up to bat, you can't get over the last 2 times, you're never going to get a hit. So I want you to keep your mind right. So how do you do that? Not just speaking to, like how does somebody do something like that? You have to keep yourself plugged into motivation. When I got my phone around me and my 16-year-old around me, she don't go anywhere without a charger. If I ever need a charger, she got 4 chargers coming out of everywhere. Whoop, like a ninja. Phone can't die. Everything's running off that phone. You have to stay plugged in, hydrated, charged up, plan in advance, like you bring your water with you before you train, like you bring your chargers with you before you go somewhere. What are you going to listen to that's going to keep you inspired and motivated while you're out there in the field this month to serve more people and make more money than you've ever made in your entire life. If you take that last week's paycheck in the month of March and it rolls into that first week of April, I mean, you guys are going to see people make $150,000 in a week, $100,000 in a week, $30,000 in a week, $20,000 in a week. And I'm telling you, I'm doing consulting for doctors out there that ain't making this shit in a month, couple months. How do we have a night, like when this is all in the topic of thinking bigger, how do we have a 19-year-old, 20-year-old that you'll watch this month make $30,000? Then we'll have grown men, grown women that have it. Like, I'm not talking about people that don't have it. Like, no matter how bad I want it, I will never be a singer. I don't got it. Okay, that's why they got the music school next door. I don't have it. Now, if you got it, which many of you have already proven that you got it, like if you've done it already, now it just becomes will. Like, how can this 20-year-old go out there and do it and you not do it? How can she do it and you not be able to do it? How can he do it and you not be able to do it? Because I could point out to you a bunch of fathers in here, bunch of married people in here, bunch of young people in here, bunch of black folks in here, like, oh, I'm black or I'm white or I'm... Listen, Steve Dale right now is in West Virginia with his neck tatted up like this, ready to bring home $20,000 this week. No excuses. Like, look at one person that's getting it done and find a way to get the job done to think bigger. Number 3. Do you know how precious your life is? Like, somebody died last night gasping for air. Are you just going to waste a day? Waste a week? Waste a month? Like, people always ask me, why are you doing this? Why are you up so early? Why are you running? Because I feel like I might be running out of time here. I'm not just going to waste this life that we have. You ever hear the parable of the talents? One got 2, one got 5, one got 10. The one got 2, buried it in the ground. No bueno. Like, you're supposed to take what you've been given, no matter how little or how big, and multiply that. Not keep it to yourself. Like, if you're thinking big enough, I'm not thinking, if I was only thinking about my own family, I'd have been done a couple years ago. I could have walked out of here with millions for the rest of my life. I'm not only thinking about my family. How many other families, how many other people's lives are we supposed to touch and impact? And it don't happen with average effort. It don't happen without sacrifice. It doesn't happen without commitment. It doesn't happen with thinking small. But you got one life to live. I feel like, why not max that sucker out? Does anything great, like, how do you think you're supposed to accomplish greatness without maxing yourself out? I love being exhausted. I love feeling exhausted. I know I got one life to live. I got 24 hours to spend today. How am I going to spend it? I want to use every drop, not BSing. That's why above that wall it says it's exhausting to be great. It is. It's exhausting to be great. Do you want to be great? Get comfortable with being exhausted. I want you to challenge yourself and understand that the most important question is not like, what's in it for me, or when am I going to get what I want, but who are you becoming right now in your life? Like, who are you becoming on this journey? Where's your effort at? Where's your focus at? Are you quitting? Are you giving up? Are you sacrificing? Are you speaking negative? Your words have power. What did you speak into your life so far today? Your thoughts have power. What did you think about so far today? Last one, no excuses. Like, every time that you have this upward pull in your life that you're getting ready to take off, there's going to be a downward pull called gravity pulling you back down. We've went over this before. You understand that? Like, all right, you got a new family, you get married, like, whoop, somebody pull. You got a new opportunity, a new job, whoop, pulling you. You got promoted, whoop. Like, anytime that you're about to go up, there's going to be something pulling you back down. The issue is when people don't understand this concept, like they don't know why this is happening to them. I know exactly why. I tell them I don't speak any negativity. I know that whatever it is, we're gonna win. I just told them, like, when I say we're gonna go to $100 million a year, I don't know what problems are gonna arise, but there's gonna be big ones. There's gonna be, whatever it is, we've already beat it. We've already overcome it. We've already been blessed with whatever it is that we need to be blessed with to overcome that stuff. It's already done. But I know it's going to come. You're not gonna surprise me. Like, why did this happen? How did this happen? You have to already plan what your response is gonna be. Like, what's the downward pull this month specifically? Like, you might get tired, you might get sick, catch a cold, you might have a flat tire. Like, you think you're the only one that ever got a flat tire in here. Only one that ever had a no-show. Only one that ever had a client upset her. You have to already pre-plan how you're going to respond, and the proper response is always no excuses. Like, nobody is going to pay for average, and average always entertains excuses. Like, nobody's gonna pay for average. You gotta bring greatness. Greatness doesn't come with excuses. Success and excuses don't come together. Everybody got them.